The new Heyday update is finally here and it's stirring up a lot of opinions. From new features to unexpected changes, the community is definitely talking and not all of it is positive. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm diving into some fresh gameplay after the latest update. We'll check out what's new, what's changed, and whether this update is actually worth the hype or just a bit of a letdown. I've also been watching a bunch of review videos and let's just say people have thoughts, so I'll be sharing my take too, and of course I'd love to hear yours in the comments. Alright, let's get into it and see what this update is really all about. So one of the biggest things people have been talking about is the addition of blueberries. Yeah, blueberries are officially on the farm and you can unlock the bushes at level 30. And they're not even that expensive, just 550 coins each. And it works just like other fruit bushes. Now let's talk about what everyone actually wants to know. Are they profitable? And honestly, yes, like every other bush, if you fully harvest a bush, you can get about 13 blueberries, and if you sell them all, you make over 1,000 coins. That's around 528 coins in profit per bush after buying it. But here's where it gets a little confusing for some players. Even though you unlock the bushes at level 30, you can't actually start using them in recipes until much later. The first recipe, blueberry chutney, doesn't unlock until level 70. And people who already are on level 70 are confused why they did not have that yet. Well, actually they will arrive in July, so we have to wait a little bit more. And then the waffles come way later at level 118. So a lot of people, especially those in the mid-game levels, are gonna find themselves stuck with buckets of blueberries and no way to use them. So you guys can sell them, sure, or use them for both orders and visitors, but it kind of feels like something is missing. And I've been reading a lot of Reddit threads and Facebook posts, and people are kind of split on this. Some are super excited just because it's a new crop. Finally, we got blueberries, but then others are like, okay, now what? I can't even use these berries for anything. There's also been some talk that more recipes might be added in future updates, like maybe blueberry muffins or smoothies, and honestly that would be really amazing. The crop itself is really pretty and it definitely brings some fresh color to the farm. I think everyone just wants it to be a bit more useful, especially those players sitting in that awkward 30 to 69 level range. As for me, I like them, they're chill to harvest and they give good coins, but yeah, I do agree that the usage gap between unlocking and crafting is kind of weird. I hope they add more recipes soon, otherwise it's just a pretty fruit sitting there in the silo waiting to be sold. Let me know what you guys think. Have you planted them yet? Or have you reached that level where the waffles are in full swing? I would love to know how you are using them. Now let's talk about the birthday balloon maker. It looks super festive and honestly kind of fun, but it's important to remember this thing is temporary. It comes with 2 free production slots and you can unlock up to 8 more using diamonds, but it is only around for the duration of the event. The moment it's gone, any extra slots you paid diamonds for disappear too. So I think it is not worth using diamonds on it, but here's how I see it. If you're flush with diamonds and really want to churn out balloons non-stop for both, maybe unlocking 1 extra slot is okay, but spending heavily to max them out doesn't make sense. Use the 2 free slots, stock it up when you can, and save your diamonds for things that stick around. And yes, this is an important update that's been catching people off guard. So back in April 2024, Supercell announced that all accounts connected through Supercell ID would eventually transition to a unique Supercell ID name system. Players had a window to secure their preferred name, because from now on each name can only exist once, no duplicates allowed. Now that the transition period has ended, anyone who didn't reserve their name in time has been automatically assigned a modified version of their name. usually with some numbers or changes added. It's just Supercell's way of making sure every Supercell ID is unique across all their games. You can still change your Supercell ID name, but here's the catch: you can only get one more chance to do it, and the name you choose must be unique. No special characters allowed. Just to clarify, your farm name can still be whatever you want and can be changed freely from the Hades settings, but when it comes to the friend list, if someone already has you added through Supercell ID and not by farm tag, they'll see your Supercell ID name, not your farm name. So yeah, if you're seeing a different name on your farm all of a sudden, that's what happened. Just Supercell's new system rolling out across the board. Another small but super handy change came with the mining update, and honestly, I think it's one of those quality of life improvements that makes a big difference, even if it seems minor at first. So before, whenever you'd mine for ore, you had to click on each individual ore to collect it, like tap tap tap. It was a bit tedious, especially if you were using a lot of mining tools at once, but now that's gone. With this update, you can collect everything from the mine in one tab. Yes, no more individual click for each ore. It's way faster and just makes the whole mining experience feel smoother and more efficient. It might not seem like a huge change, but if you're someone who mines a lot, you'll definitely appreciate this little time saver. I know I did. And there's something else that's been bugging a lot of us lately, the new purple fade effect that shows up in the background. After this update, whenever you do something like open a townie quest or derby or anything, interact with other screens, you get this purple tinted overlay all over the screen. Honestly, it's kind of disturbing. A lot of players are mentioning that it strains the eyes and feels unnecessary. It really changes the vibe, almost like the game is cloaking everything in a haze, which makes it harder to focus on what you are doing. I totally agree, it's a bit jarring and I'd much rather skip the purple mood lighting. So here's my tip: Supercell, if you're listening, please tone down or remove the purple fade. It's fine for a splash of color, but it's just too heavy and distracting when you are trying to actually play. The game looks best without the haze. I'm hoping they give us the option to turn it off in a future patch. What do you guys think? Are you okay with this? Let's talk about this in the comments. Okay, so let's talk about the new farm visitor button, and honestly, I actually like this one. Now with this dedicated button, it's so much better. You get a clear icon that appears when a farm visitor arrives, and you can choose when to interact. No more random taps or accidental sales. It gives you full control and I really appreciate that, especially when I'm focused on farming or rearranging things on my farm. I know some people find the button a little big or distracting, but from a functionality point of view, it's a win for me. What about you guys? Loving it or not feeling it? Tell me. And before we end the video, let's just go ahead and buy our brand new Shetland pony. Finally, it's honestly so adorable and I've been looking forward to this moment. Plus, whenever you wake him up, you get 80 XP, which is a really nice little bonus. It's definitely one of my favorite animals in the game so far. Just look at how cute it is. Alright, that's it for today's video. We went through quite a bit, from the blueberry bushes to the balloon maker, the Supercell ID changes, that unexpected purple screen fade, the mining update, and even the new farm visitor button. Honestly, I'd love to know what you guys think about all of these changes. Are you enjoying the update? Is there anything you'd want Supercell to improve or bring back? Drop your thoughts in the comment. I love reading your opinions. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even share it with your Heyday buddies. And as always, thanks for spending your time here with me. I'll see you in the next video. Happy farming. Bye bye.